Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to our beloved lecturers. My name is Muhammad Syakir Fahmi bin Muhammad Shah and I'm from Group 4. We will be presenting about the amplitude modulation and demodulation. So this is our outline of our task. First is members, then introduction, objective, explanation of GUI layout, demonstration, theoretical verification, and lastly, project challenges. We go to the next slide. So this is our team members name. First is me, Muhammad Syakir Fahmi bin Muhammad Shah. Second, Muhammad Hafid Izzuddin bin Iskandar. Third is Muhammad Alif Izzat bin Azlan. Fourth is Shahrul Nizam bin Muhammad. And last but not least, Muhammad Khairin Shafiq bin Shaiful Nazri. So this is our introduction to our project. Amplitude modulation is defined as modifying the amplitude of the carrier wave according to the message or information signal. AM generation involves mixing of a carrier and an information signal. On the other hand, demodulation signal is defined as extracting the original information carrying signal from a modulated carrier wave. A demodulator is an electronic circuit that is mainly used to recover the information content from the modulated carrier wave. So that's all for me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Sharizan Muhammad. My metric number is CE190144. Okay, today I would like to present four objective of project. Okay, we have a four objective for a project. And the first is to develop an amplitude modulation and demodulation system in an application called as a MATLAB simulation software. And the second is to gain understanding of the waveform produced from the modulated and demodulated signal. And the third is observing the effect and change of the percent of the modulation. And the last is to analyze the upper and lower side of the frequency of amplitude modulation. Okay, that's all for our objective for our project. Okay, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Nama saya Muhammad Alif Izzat bin Azlan dan di sini saya akan menerangkan mengenai explanation of GUI layout. So firstly, our aim is to create an educational simulator based on the GUI interface. On the modulating signal block, we added axis 1 and 2 slider, which is amplitude and frequency. The axis is for the output graph, while the slider is coded with formula for the modulated signal. Jadi di sini axis ini dan slider ini digunakan untuk menghasilkan output of the modulating signal. Jadi di sini user boleh letakkan berapa amplitude yang mereka nak dan frekuensi yang mereka nak, dan dia akan hasilkan output of the modulating signal. Next is it's the same cases for the carrier signal block. Axis 2 is for the graph and both slider is coded with formula for the carrier signal. Jadi untuk carrier signal block sama function dengan multi signal, cumanya slider ni akan codedkan dengan carrier signal, mana user boleh ubah amplitude dan frekuensi dan akan hasilkan carrier signal. Kami guna slider ni kerana ia akan memudahkan user untuk tetapkan berapa amplitude dan frekuensi mereka nak. We also edit time and frequency domain representation of the amplitude signal, di mana di sini akan menghasilkan time domain output signal, di sini akan menghasilkan frequency domain of the output signal. And for the last one is the demodulated signal, di mana ia akan menghasilkan demodulated signal output of the signal. Jadi itu pada saya. Terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafiz Izzuddin bin Iskandar and I'm from Group 4. I'm here to talk about our demonstration for our project, which is about the AM modulation and demodulation. I will show you how we demonstrate it. We run as usual. Okay, as you can see here. Okay, if I can maximize it. Okay, I'm sorry if my face cover this part of the carrier signal. Okay, as you can see, we just try to slide it the amplitude one, which is, okay, we slide first. Okay, as you can show, it's 0.2 volt. Okay, the next frequency we click here is 2 hertz. Okay, we take it for the first time. Okay, next we show you about the carrier signal, which is the amplitude, which is we take 0.4, and then the frequency we click here, it show 30 hertz. Okay, and then it's not quite right here. We take okay, no, we use 30 hertz, but we use 0.8 volt. Okay, next we show you the time domain, which is we click here and it already show the time domain for the modulating signal and the carrier signal, which is the amplitude modulation. Next we can show you the spectrum. Okay, as you can see here, the spectrum, the peak to the peak for the spectrum of the M signal is a little bit quite, you can see, not wider, it's lesser, because it's the modulated signal and the carrier signal is less value. Then we go to the demodulated output signal, which is we demodulated the modulate, and it show you the signal of the demodulated for the amplitude signal. Okay, next I can show you what if we add more volt on it for the modulated signal. Okay, next we just click here. Okay, we take 0.6 and 2 hertz. Then is the carrier signal is the same. We don't change it, and we just go to the domain and click here. Okay, the amplitude is up, is higher than before, and for the spectrum also higher. What if we change the frequency? Okay, first we show you the modulate signal. As you can see, it's the same amplitude, only amplitude higher because you can see the amplitude here is higher. The higher the amplitude, which is higher the volt, the higher also the signal. Therefore, the time domain, fixed spectrum, and the demodulated one. Okay, what if we take 0? What if we take 1 volt? And then for the frequency, we take about 6 hertz. No, we take 10. And then we go to the time domain and show, oh, it's different from before. And then we go to spectrum and it also different. With the same carrier signal, we go to the demodulated output and we need to see. Okay, and then we can see here, which is the demodulated output is a new one, which is a science one, because it's 0 to 1 is equal to the amplitude of the modulating signal. What if we change the carrier signal? We add about 1.2. We add 2 volt. Yeah, 2 volt and about 120 hertz. Okay, we go to the time domain and wow, it's really different from before. You can see, and then we go to spectrum and oh, the spectrum for the frequency is wider than before because the higher the carrier signal and modulating answer, the higher the frequency and the amplitude and frequency, the wider the spectrum of the amplitude signal. And then next we go to the demodulated part. Okay, demodulated part, and then oh, it's just nearly the same, but with just different amplitude of the signal. It's not really change much. Okay, but if we get to the highest one on the slider, which is 2 volt and 20 hertz, we go to the limit. Wow, here the amplitude for the time domain. And next we go to the frequency, spectrum frequency is a little bit the same. Next we go to the demodulate. Is the sinus, the wave is much we can see more than before. Okay, but if the carrier signal we put 2 volt, but the frequency is the highest, which is in this one. We take 2 to 300. We go to the domain. Oh, look here. As you can see, because this graph only the time for we set in the graph is 0 to 1 second. So it only show that that part is don't like do any other thing because we already set it and it already fixed. And then we go to the spectrum. Oh, it's wider than before because the higher the frequency, the higher we go for the spectrum, and then we go to the modulated output signal. Okay, now the modulated output signal is higher than any other one. Okay, I think that's all I want to demonstrate about our project. Okay, I forget if you enjoy it. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya di sini akan menerangkan related to the theory. Bila first kita akan set modulating signal dan carrier signal kami. Plot the time domain and frequency domain. Baiklah, di sini graf kami akan menghasilkan dual sideband suppressed carrier. Di mana carrier signal kami akan disuppresskan dan akan menghasilkan dua signal iaitu lower sideband signal dan upper sideband signal. Itulah daripada saya. Terima kasih.
My name is Muhammad Karim Syafiq Wijafar Nazuri. I will present about challenge and recommendation for improvement. So, firstly, for challenge, we found that difficulty when we want to generate demodulate signal, the display of demodulate signal cannot be shown while other can be shown. After doing some checking on coding, we found that the coding and access have different name. Thus, the display cannot be shown. This is the GUI and the coding. Here we can see that we use access 6. At the coding we use access 5. So after we repair the coding, we change it to access 6. We finally get the demod signal. This is the difficulty. We finally got it, and for recommendation, we hope that many students in UATHM can add more GUI function to our mod and demod so that this project can be more versatile. Thank you.